The NBA, though, I think does deserve a little bit of a, hey,
Some flowers.
congratulations.
You guys did it.
Adam Silver was introduced twice last night by Malika because congrats to Malika Andrews, by the way, 26 years old, first finals. But Adam Silver was introduced twice down there because they couldn't really get a handle on it. There was no stage. It was kind of just like, everybody was kind of rushing the court, but they did have the socially distant microphone, which definitely worked.
Yeah. Interesting.
Definitely worked, because there, and Adam Silver was, whatever they were trying to potentially set up, it was not working, especially with the view outside.
Yeah.
Milwaukee was awesome.
Bumping.
I mean, that was fucking unbelievable. I saw some people tweet, and I think it was maybe the PR company for the event that this was, put out like, hey, we're setting standard for what everybody is. I'm not sure everybody's going to be able to get this. Now, not every sport is in the middle of summer. Not every sport is coming out of a lockdown. Not every sport is doing anything like that. But I loved that all of Milwaukee went downtown to celebrate this thing. They'll have a parade probably, tomorrow maybe, or the next day. And it'll be even bigger than this. But Milwaukee put on a hell of a show. And this is, at the beginning of the series, remember, there was open conversation. Not by us.
No.
By other people that Milwaukee sucks as a city.
Yeah.
Remember that? People are like, that place stinks.
Yeah, it's a shithole. That's
This
what
place
we're
sucks.
saying.
They don't deserve a championship.
This is not us.
No.
This is not us. We're not saying that. Milwaukee said, oh, is that right? First of all, we're going to have 8-year-olds chug beers in the middle of the goddamn game.
Boom.
We're going to have Bakhtiari chug some. We're going to have Dana Beers in there. We're going to blow the roof off this place. And although the Phoenix Suns had a couple fights and knockouts in there, we're going to be loud. It's not just inside the building. It's outside the building. The entire city is going to show up for this thing. And I thought it was a beautiful night for the Bucks. I bet on Giannis to be the first basket, which block basket, and then also for Milwaukee to win. Thought we were in trouble going into half, to be honest.
Sure.
And then all of a sudden the Suns kind of laid an egg there late, and the Bucks pulled away, and Giannis puts up 50 in the fucking finals. I mean, it was just amazing. I won gambling. I think you guys all won gambling. The NBA had a big night. It was cool to see the spectacle that was. Congrats, Giannis, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday. That guy looks like he's our uncle, and an insurance salesman is the coach, and everybody that's Milwaukee, and Aaron Rodgers, owner.
That boy Rodgers. Congrats, Rodgers.
Giannis, at this point, he's 26 years old. He's already been Defense Player of the Year MVP a couple times. He's a champion. He's an MVP of the championship. He has done all these things. He's 3-time All-NBA first team at the age of 26. He has all of the accolades. And he cut a promo afterwards about super teams, too, that I enjoyed. He's like, I could go win easy, he said. I could go win easy with somebody. To do it here, 8 years, in the picture of what he was when he showed up in Milwaukee versus what he has become in Milwaukee, from 196 pounds, maybe 5'8", to 242 pounds, 6'10", or whatever the hell he is, and becoming an absolute monster, superstar, megastar. A lot of doubt because the guy isn't the best shooter, but he is just absolutely dominant. Good for Giannis, Chris Middleton as well, and everybody in Milwaukee.
Excuse me. So sorry to interrupt. Hey! Did you know at the age of 30, your testosterone levels start dropping 1% per year? Wow! That means you're gonna get fatter, more tired, and lose the strength that you once had. But no worries, our friends at Roman have the perfect product for you, so you can get back to banging weights, banging humans, and living your best life. $15 off right now. Get Roman.com/USA. Back to the action. Hey!
That coach was fired 5 different times during this entire playoff run. Now he's a champion. Hell of a time. Hell of a night.
I mean, 50 points, too, from Giannis. It was awesome. But to your point about the immediate, post-championship with Adam Silver, did you see where he basically announced the Bucks as champions, and then no one went to go get the trophy?
Yeah.
And then the owner walked over, and they started passing it from owner to owner, and the team was sitting behind the case like, hey, can we get the fucking trophy? We just won this thing for you guys.
And the crowd was very much like, hey, can you get the fuck out of the way?
Yeah, legit.
To the owners.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, were the owners brand new out there to do the?
I don't think so.
Because if Aaron has a share, have they made moves in selling and moving and buying? Because it felt like Milwaukee had no idea who those 3 dudes were.
No clue.
They had no clue. Those guys,
Yeah. Who the fuck are they?
nobody. Pass it over to another guy with an unbuttoned collar look with a little bit of a flow. You see his hair? That
Okay, who the fuck? That's not Giannis. trucker hat guy. Yeah, who the
All
fuck
right,
is
fucking
that?
nobody finally, and then it felt like somebody was like, "Hey, was one of you guys come get me?"
Yeah.
Grab the
You
MVP.
Hey, you see that Louis box it was sitting in?
Oh yeah, that thing is nice.
Nice.
Unbelievable.
Chris Middleton was hanging on to that trophy for a long time. Chris Middleton got dragged a lot through this entire process.
Oh, yeah.
For a few years.
For a long time. And they put out his track to Milwaukee, G League, and all this other shit, man. It's really cool to see, especially because as a casual
Yeah.
NBA fan, I mean, we pegged it very early. Okay, so Brooklyn's playing LA.
Oh yeah. From day one.
All right, if you get all the good players, you're going to win. Okay, that's what's going to happen. You buy championships. That has happened. Heat, Lakers, Cleveland, even maybe whenever LeBron's. There is places that you have been able to buy championships, and I thought that's what the NBA was going to become. And as a casual, I loved it. I'm like, okay, I only got to watch one game a week. All the stars are there.
Yeah.
It's like an all-star game all year round. I love it. As somebody who doesn't have any affiliation really to any team, I just like the players. That's great. Turns out you build a team and you have good chemistry, good culture and everything like that. You also can be very good in basketball. I had no idea. I did not know. I thought basketball was, hey, you guys can be 5 separate entities who hate each other. As long as you just make your own plays, make your own shots, try defense in certain parts of the game, you're going to go on and win the whole fucking thing. That Milwaukee Bucks team, it felt like they were the owners aside. It felt like the team was a real family over there. And Giannis talking directly into the mic afterwards to Malika during the interview, he said to Chris, he said, we did it or whatever. And then they hugged. Like, that was a cool moment that I was thinking, and I think a lot of us were thinking, the NBA would never see again, because it's just like, hey, friends coming, ballers coming. That was a cool moment for like team sports, I think.
Well, and they've been in the playoffs so many times where they're the 1 seed and they blow it. So for them to actually do it. And now, honestly, he did it without the super team. Go get Kawhi. Let's bring in Kawhi Leonard. Go on a run, Milwaukee.
What about Dame?
Make Dame, sure.
Bring in Dame time.
Drew.
Imagine Dame time.
Oh, man.
Shooting with Giannis eating in the middle.
Under the rim.
His effort on defensive side. I mean, he was NBA Defensive Player of the Year. There was a time there for like a good 4 minutes I was watching. He might have had seven swats or attempted swats or goaltending or a foul. I mean, he is eating under there.
For him to have 50 points in a game that his team only scored 105, the next highest was 17. And he's he seems like just a great dude. Good for Giannis.
Good for you. Big moment. That's like a like a career-defining night.
For sure.
All the questions that are potentially ever going to be asked about Giannis, whoever is on his side will be able to go back. Oh, you remember championship game? He dropped 50 and 15. Get the fuck out of here. Like that. You get the hell out of here. After hyperextending his knee and going on an entire run. I mean, that was a beautiful thing.
17 of 19 from the free throw line, which is basically really the only area that he struggles in normally.
Allegedly, we may potentially have a conversation with another member of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Here we go.
Pat Connaughton.
Mascot.
I love his bravado. I love everything about him. 2-sport athlete, could have gone pro in both. The fuck was he doing at the end of that game? Did you see that? He flies. That guy is super massive
athletic.
fan of him since his days at Notre Dame. I mean, massive fan of him. At the end of the game, though, he was hanging on to that ball, okay, and they were up 8 or whatever at the time. And he could have very easily passed that, maybe killed more time, but he was like, no, I want the free. And I was like, that's right, Pat, let's fucking go. Like, yeah, you want the ball in your hands. Like, this is a moment where people pass the ball. Championship. This is NBA championship. Final seconds. And Pat's like, no, you can foul me or whatever. They fouled him. He almost airballed that first shot.
It was ridiculous.
I thought it slipped out of his hand. Then the next one he missed too. I'm like, yo, Pat, what
are we doing? Pass the ball.
That can't happen for Pats. Okay?
Can't have it.
For the whites. Okay, the freak athlete whites. We don't have a lot of Pat Connaughtons out there.
44-inch verticals when he was at the combine.
It's fucking freak athlete, dude. Remember at Notre Dame, he was flying over people. I mean, it was, this guy could go pro in the MLB or the
hard
NBA.
as shit.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants. I'm like, okay, we got some margin, but without football, we got basketball. Okay, here we go. Let's go. And then this is like my first real time getting to watch him through this entire series again because I'm not, seeking Milwaukee Bucks. I will now.
Oh yeah,
Have to.
Because they're champs. I
Yeah.
will watch the champions going forward whenever they're potentially on a screen that is in front of me.
Sure.
Okay?
Which Milwaukee's not getting that many of those games, but they might now.
Now, because they're champs.
That's right,
They
they will.
deserve it. Even though the people that are picking and choosing who gets primetime games did say that the city stinks.
Yeah, true.
Okay? Not us.
Not us.
Not us.
Love
Milwaukee.
Bark twice. If you're in Milwaukee, I mean, Milwaukee's a great city.
It
but
is.
I'm just saying, getting a chance to maybe, see Pat Connaughton play, I was like, let's go, dude. All right, I remember you back in Notre Dame. This guy's awesome. Happy to see you still got it. Then at the end of the game, I'm like, even more happy. I'm like, this dude wants the fucking ball in the championship game. He wants to shoot the free throws, and then he missed. It didn't look like they
Pat,
were.
get the ball to Giannis.
Pat, pass that ball to Chris. I think Chris is like 100% shooter or something like that. But congrats everybody on the Bucks. Hopefully we'll get a chance to chat with Pat. Big fan, obviously. We'll ask him what happened there.
Yeah.